Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. My name is Ernila Citrandri with ID number 24202012. I'm from Kelas C. I want to talk about cross-cultural understanding, focusing on the differences between Eastern and Western cultures, especially about the direct versus indirect communication. Okay, let's begin. What is culture? Culture about custom, lifestyle, way of life, and society. Culture is a system of values, beliefs, and practices that enables each culture to solve universal problems in its own unique way. The characteristic and elements of culture. The first characteristic of culture is learned. What it means, people learn culture from family, friends, and society as they grow. The second is shared. People in the same group share similar beliefs and ways of living. The third is universal. Every society has culture, even if it looks different from others. In addition, elements of culture, the first is worldview. The way people see and understand the world around them. The second is language. It means help people talk to each other and pass their culture to the next generation. The third is values. The beliefs that guide how people act and what they think is important in life. What is cultural understanding? Cross-cultural understanding is the ability to understand, respect, and adapt to cultural differences in order to communicate and cooperate effectively with people from other cultures. The ability includes knowledge of one's own culture and other cultures, an attitude of mutual respect, and awareness of similarities and differences between cultures, which can create harmony and peace in shared life. Why is it important for English department students? Because language and culture are deeply connected. By learning about culture, students can communicate more effectively and appropriately with people from different backgrounds, avoiding misunderstanding caused by cultural differences. Moreover, understanding cross-cultural aspect helps them develop empathy, global awareness, and intercultural competence. Okay, I focus on cultural differences about direct versus indirect communications. In Western cultures, like the United States or US, people usually speak in a direct way. They believe being honest and clear is important and shows respect. For example, if a supervisor says, "Your report has too many mistakes. You need to fix it before the next meeting." They are not trying to be rude, they just want to help you improve your work. In America, speaking directly is seen as being honest, professional, and time-saving because everyone knows exactly what needs to be done. Meanwhile, in Eastern cultures like Indonesia, people prefer a more indirect way of speaking. They try to be polite and avoid hurting someone's feelings. For example, a supervisor may say, "I think your report is almost good. Maybe you can check it once more." This actually means there are mistakes, but they say it gently to sound kind and respectful. In these cultures, being too direct can seem rude, so people use softer words to keep peace and good relationships at work. The host theory about high context versus low context communication. Edward T. Hall's idea explains how cultures pack meaning into message. Here is a clearer, more specific breakdown with examples and what it means in real life. Core difference. Low context, it means most meaning is in the words. People speak plainly and spell out facts, expectations, and conclusions. Typical in use in Germany, Scandinavia. Meanwhile, in high context, much meaning sits in the situation, tone, relationships, silent gestures, so words can be vague. Listeners are expected to read between the lines. Typical countries is Japan, Indonesia, and Malaysia. So, Western countries like US use a low context communication style. Messages are clear, direct, and mostly depend on words. People say exactly what they mean. Meanwhile, Eastern countries like Indonesia use a high context style. Messages are more indirect, and meaning is often understood through tone, body language, and shared understanding rather than direct words. In the example, Americans prefer direct statements like your report has too many mistakes. It means use low context styles support clarity and accountability. While Indonesians prefer indirect statements like maybe you can check it again. It means use high context styles keep social and harmony. The last is conclusion. In conclusion, the difference between direct and indirect communication clearly shows how culture shapes the way people express ideas and feelings. Well, Western societies, such as US, tend to use low context communication style, where messages are clear, honest, and to the point communication. In contrast, Eastern societies like Indonesia, Malaysia, Japan use high context style, where politeness, harmony, and respect are priorities, and messages are often expressed indirectly. According to Haas theory, meaning is communication depends on how much information is stated directly or left to be understood from context. These differences remind us that understanding cultural communication styles is essential to avoid misunderstanding and to build strong, respectful, and connections across cultures, especially for English students and professionals working in multicultural environments. Okay, that's all from me. I hope it's useful. That's all. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.